salvation, struggle, survival, support. 4 S's. These 4 S's represent the 4 decades that I have lived my life. The first decade, the S that represents it, is salvation. When I was 8 years old, I was saved and I believed in Jesus Christ as my Savior. The second S, struggle. The second decade of my life, from 11 years old to 20 years old, was a struggle. My parents were divorced. I struggled in school, didn't care very much about school, and I had some learning disabilities. The third decade of my life, when I was in my 20s, I married a young lady that I later divorced, and I feel very fortunate that I survived that marriage. I also joined the Marine Corps and spent 4 years in the Marine Corps, and I feel very fortunate that I survived the Marine Corps. And I also, in my 20s, was 2003, I was deployed to Iraq for Operation Iraqi Freedom, and I survived that war, and I feel very fortunate that I survived. I did have some friends that were lost in that conflict. In the current decade of my life, in my 30s, I'm responsible for supporting many people. When in Iraq, I discovered several organizations that were working with orphans there, and I started a foundation with a friend of mine to help orphans in Iraq, to support them. Also, I married my second wife in my 30s, and she brought along with her 3 children, and I had had a child of my own from my previous marriage, so I was responsible for supporting not only my own son, but now my new wife and her 3 children, and I'm proud to do so and continue to do so this day. In conclusion, obviously these 4 S's are sort of a play on words, but at the end of the day, I am who I am today because of the experiences throughout my life. Obviously, my salvation at a young age was a very important event at that time, and it continues to be very important to me today. And the struggles that I had, and in my teen years, and then obviously surviving a war was very important in molding who I am. And then finally, my responsibility to support my family and the orphans in Iraq continues to mold and define who I am today. There is one final S that I didn't mention, and that's sailing. And when all this is over, I'm going to get in my 40-foot sailboat, and I'm going to sail into the sunset. Thank you very much.